Hey everyone, we are live.
Yo, peeps. What's happening, bro? You well?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. You have a good Christmas?
Yeah, man, sweet. I've been able to take my eyes off Thanos since I got him. But other than that, I was watching a film. I was watching a film the other day. I was watching One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, trying to introduce some good old school films to Jenny. And it's a good thing I've seen the film because I looked at the television for about fucking 20 minutes. The rest of the 2 hours, I was staring at the piece.
Yeah.
So we're going to be taking part in we're going to be doing a little awards thing for the end of the year that me and Alex have been talking about, and got to give a massive shout out to my brother as well, Dark Side Rising, as well, because he asked me as well to send me a message basically saying like, would we do one? And so he planted the inception seed in my mind. And I got in contact with Alex. I was like, yeah, I want to do an awards thing at the end of the year. And we're going to do it annually, which is basically just some pieces that we want highlighted. And we're just going to give some awards for like the best, I don't know, quarter scale piece. And, we've got a few different categories down, and we've got to try very hard to keep it on point, which basically means what we've actually seen. We've been quite privileged this year. We've probably seen a good few hundred pieces easy.
Oh, we've seen a lot.
Yeah. We've seen so many pieces this year. We've been to a lot of people's houses and seen their collections, and even when we go to people and we review maybe 10 of their pieces, they've still got 20, 30, 40 pieces that we've definitely looked over. We just picked the ones because time, unfortunately, is everybody's enemy. As Oscar Wilde said, time runs out. Time is always too valuable to those who need it most. So, what we're going
time
to do?
Time stands still for no man.
Pardon?
Time stands still for no man.
Yeah, bitch. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and go through some of the pieces we've seen, and if we haven't seen it, or it's a category that we haven't seen too much of, we're sort of gone with. We've put a few vote, done some educated talking to try and get some good category pieces up there for you. But I was just arguing with Alex saying that I wanted Thanos ahead of all the rest of the pieces.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, basically, yeah.
Call me old-fashioned.
So this is a little bit of fun, as we say. So these are based on pieces we've seen. There are going to be pieces in there that we haven't seen, so they'll go into the category of more honourable mentions. There'll also be a few pieces which we've probably just totally forgotten about. There are a lot of companies out there this year. I mean, there's been so many companies coming out of the woodwork, and to be honest with you, I was thinking about it this morning, and we've totally missed off Gentle Giant, and they are quite a big player. Some of their pieces are very, very well done. They've got some of the best sculptors in the business.
I don't think their pieces are.
No, but the thing is as well, but with that, we haven't seen any. The only Gentle Giant piece I've seen this year is the Merrill, which is I didn't think Merrill from The Walking Dead. He's the guy with one arm, and Daryl's brother, but he's it's like a zombie version of him, and I wasn't very impressed with that. But then there are pieces like that probably should have gone in there, like in honorable mentions, which should have been maybe like the Groot and Raccoon, which I was very tempted to buy. And then there's also the
Groot and Raccoon, yeah.
Yeah, and then there's also the is it Artemis? I think her name's Artemis. Is it Olivia Wilde from 300? That one is insane, and again, because
you're talking about Eve. You're talking about Eve.
Oh yeah, Eva Green. Sorry, yeah, Eva Green. You're right. Yeah, basically her.
Olivia Wilde from 300.
It was Olivia Wilde.
Fuck, man. She's just hot. She's just a hot actress, but she's not in anything that you're talking about. You might have some explaining to do to the missus there, mate. Olivia Wilde is just is it Neil Stark? Neil Sedaka, what's his name? She's in loads of things. She's very hot. She's hot as hell. But
Well,
it's Eva Green you're talking about from the
all right.
second 300 film. That piece does look insane.
I've never seen the second 300. So yeah, but as I say, so we have missed off General Giant, but I know they're a huge player. But the thing is, we just haven't seen those pieces, and that's one of the things that we wanted to go by. We didn't want to go by where people have said this is the best piece, that's the best piece. We want to go by what we've actually seen. So that's what we're going to run through.
It's our award, doesn't it, mate? So at the end of the day, it's got to be what we can do to be the best judge of. That's the whole point. I mean, the thing is with Gentle Giant as well is that not many people that we've been to this year have had any of their pieces. No collectors has any of their stuff. I ain't seen any of their stuff.
I think they used to do a lot of busts, and they used to do a lot of really good busts actually. Gary Speed has got a lot of Star Wars busts from them, and there are also some of their best work is actually some of their Marvel busts, which are actually quite rare. There's a Marvel Mephisto, and it is really good. It's a really good sculpt. So basically, yeah, they've got a lot of pieces, but as I say, we're just going by, what we can comment on.
Yeah. And let people comment as well, man. So, like, at the end of this, like, definitely give us.
Oh yeah, I mean, no, we definitely want people to add on their things. Also, just want to so basically, you were saying a minute ago that you got your Thanos last Monday. Also, I got my Thor, modern Thor. Actually, really happy with it. I mean, I cancelled it twice, and I reordered both times. I cancelled that frog 3 times, but then I've seen the frog next to 4, and it's tiny. It's so small. That 4 is really big, and I'm actually
long shot was saying on a comment that the frog is meant to balance the edge of the base so that it doesn't. Is that right?
Oh, I've never heard that before.
You know the Thor. Remember when the Thor came out originally? It had the leaning machine.
Yeah.
Apparently, that frog is meant to balance the other end. He's saying something to me. He said something in a comment like that. I think that's how I read it. It may be me being slightly retarded, but it sounded to me like that frog was meant to be like the balancing piece on the base. That was apparently that would have kept it level.
Well, I've not heard that before. No.
Yeah, we've got to give a shout out to Longshot as well.
Oh yeah, he's been there since the beginning. We've had loads of guys since the beginning. So, but can't name everyone because we're bound to miss people off. So,
but we're nearly at 50. We're only 4 away now from 1,500 subs, which was the goal for just shy.
Yeah, we had this like little joke. I think it may have been me who said it. Which this time last year we had about 150 subs, and we were really happy. We were like, oh my god, got 150 subs. This is so good. And we were really happy about it. We're still happy about that. And then I think I made a joke and sort of said like, you know what, this time next year we're going to have 10 times that. We're going to have 1,500. And then we just like looked at each other and just thought, yeah, all right, yeah. And then we've done really well. I mean, we've done great.
It's like Del Boy and Rodney, isn't it? You'll be Rodney. It's like next year we'll be millionaires.
Yeah. But and then also I got in my Pinhead. My Pinhead came in. So
I've still got to review that.
Still haven't reviewed that. Actually, one of the guys on Facebook he asked about when we were putting that review up, and I said, yeah, I'll put it up next for you. And then about 10 minutes later, I sat down and I was like, we haven't even reviewed it yet. So I had to message him back saying, yeah, sorry, buddy, it hasn't been reviewed yet. But that Pinhead has been done really well. I mean, the detailing is really good. I mean, the media is really good. The way the media joins into the body, it's a really nice piece actually. And if you're a horror collector, I've got the I'm going to have like a on my wall. So one set of bestas is going to be on the top is going to be Army of Darkness Ash. Then it's going to be either Darkman at the top. Then it's going to be Freddy and Jason, and then Pinhead, and then Darkman at the bottom. Depends on which one he goes better with, but it'll probably be at the top because they're both Sam Raimi. So and then I'll have to find someone to go with Pinhead. So, but yeah,
I'm
really.
I'm guessing that Pinhead would look quite good low because I mean, majority of that exceptional detail is on the top half of him, isn't it? So you don't really want to be looking up. It's probably better looking down.
Yeah, well, I mean, because of the way he's posed, like you can put him, you can get away with having him low as well. Then again, you could probably put Ash down low because he's looking up. But I mean, yeah, I'm really happy with that piece. The only problem is as well is I didn't know this, but Sanchez filled me in. When this sounds really bad now, I just heard that before I said it. It's not often I hear things before I say it. I normally say it and then hear it.
Was it the Sanchez filled you in?
Yeah, well, not that one actually, but that's quite bad. But the if you take Pinhead and you lift up his skirt, yeah,
nice.
His legs are very like Geiger like design.
Oh, really?
And
cool.
I didn't know that Pinhead's actual design is based on Geiger's work. So I didn't know that. His legs are very they look like Alien, like from the Alien movies. They look like that kind of design on the legs, and it's such a shame that
Sanchez would know.
Oh yeah. But he's got this. It's such a shame because the Pinhead's got such a big skirt. Well, I don't want to keep saying skirt, but skirt and
dress.
It's just it could be a dress. I mean the
chick pants.
Clive Barker's gay, and so is Doug Bradley apparently. So could be. So basically, but when you lift up the skirt, there's so much detail underneath that's missed. The base gets covered, the legs get covered. It's a bit of a shame actually. I'm going to have to try and find a way where you can kind of pose it with. I don't want to keep saying skirt, man. Damn it!
You need to be careful. You need to be careful. If someone would have just clicked on there, if some woman just clicked on by accident, looking for some sort of different channel or something, and you've gone, you know, it's such a shame because when you lift up the skirt, there's so much detail you just don't see.
But no, I mean, but the thing is, as well as I mean, out of all of the Cenobites, I mean, if they do a Chatterer, then that'll be the one for me. I mean, the Chatterer is probably I've seen a hell of a lot of horror movies. I've seen so many bad 80s horror movies and so many good ones. But the Chatterer is probably one of my favorite designed characters from a movie. It's just so horrible. It's the one where he's got his face pulled back. He's got no eyes, and all his skin's all raw. There's a few of them actually. There's another one called Butterball, which is quite horrible, the fat one, and the woman with all the she's got like these hooks and like things in her face as well.
Yeah.
They're all really good. But anyway, sorry. Just trying to think what else is.
Talk about putting a fucking man off his omelette, for Christ's sake.
But then other than that, I think that's pretty much all. I mean, we've got some big plans for next year. So yeah, stay tuned for those, definitely. I mean, we're planning out some stuff. I mean, whether it all comes through is a totally different thing, but if it does come through, I mean, it's going to be an awesome year. And I mean, we just want to thank everyone for sticking by us, and we'll get on with this now because I'm sure people are waiting for this. So, let me share my screen.
It's nice. It's nice. You're right. We've been lucky, and we have managed to keep a lot of the subs we've had from day one, which is good going.
That's the
been with us from the beginning.
That's the other thing that's quite funny is actually when you actually look at the names on YouTube and you get the names. No, just the names of people who are commenting, and then what happens is you end up getting you see names on Facebook, and you don't join them together, and then all of a sudden you'll get someone saying, or someone will post a video, or someone will make a comment, and you'll be like, that's that's that person, you know. Because there was the other day, for example, is I mean, we started getting a load of comments from band from the ranch, started commenting a lot.
Yeah.
But you know, I've seen that guy on Facebook loads.
Yeah, it's just
But the
started
thing
commenting
is,
on
it's just
YouTube. I'm chatting to him.
yeah. So he's commenting on YouTube, and he said, "Oh, I'm James," and I was like, "Ah, okay." You know, it just didn't, it doesn't click. So sometimes when you, I think I was having a conversation with Helmy on both Facebook and YouTube a while ago, and I didn't realize it was the same person because he's Super Freaky Zombie or something, isn't he?
Yeah, Remy. Yeah.
So basically, when you do it like that, it's like, yeah. And then also you got Google Plus where they can have a different name, and then you've got Twitter, then you've got, oh god, there's so many different formats where you know you just want you just don't know who's who really. You just don't know.
My wife tells me off for using Geo on eBay.
Oh really? Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you reply?
I always do. I'm pretty much always the same name. But it's funny, even though I do talk to people on like other videos that I'm sub to, and then people don't know they don't know it's me from RaddTitan. They don't have any idea. A lot of people, and they're just like they just don't put the two together, which is probably exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But I do it on eBay all the time, and it's really nice. It goes Geo from RaddTitan, and my wife is like, "Fuck's sake, stop
Well,
doing
we had that.
it.
Do you remember
We're trying to sell a kettle, for fuck's sake, stop."
But no, that was the funny thing with, for example, when we met Gary Speed, that was what happened with the actual you sold Daredevil, Deadpool, Faux Brods, and what you did was you put the number, and he just goes, didn't RaddTitan have that number, you know, or something like that, and then you know started talking from there. But sorry, yeah, let's just get on with this. Sorry, I just had to turn off Facebook because it was all right. So we're going to switch to this. Can you see that?
Yes, of course.
All right. So this is going to be on the actual website. So what I'll do is I don't know whether to should I just keep it on the website page, or should I make it so it switches? Actually, because it won't switch to me. So I'll do that. Which screen are you sharing? Present to everyone. All right. So you still see it?
Yeah, I can see it. I'm sweet.
All right, cool. So what we're doing, this is on the actual website. So I just put this together quickly. And again, I've just said that this is all a bit of fun. So don't get, you know, butthurt about it if we've missed off something. And basically, you know, these are not in order. So these are...
I may get a little butthurt, to be fair.
Well, you probably will with like Thanos a bit. But so basically what will happen is they'll have 3 in a category. If there are any more, they'll be underneath in an honourable mention. If there are pieces, again, that we haven't seen that we think should go there, they'll be in the honourable mention. Again, some pieces we've probably totally missed off, which would be great if you put them in the comments, the pieces that you think. These are pieces that we've seen in hand and pieces that have been released already. So pieces that people have been receiving this year. So not, you know, pieces that have come up for pre-order, but there is a section for most anticipated pieces as well that we've got on there. So yeah, should we run through?
And there are a lot of things that obviously that we could probably do 10 per category, but we've tried to keep the numbers slightly smaller and more sensible. Otherwise, it gets out of hand.
Well, also because we need to run
this
through
chat
it.
Would go on for about 4 hours.
Yeah, well, I don't know, the way we ramble on anyway, it probably goes on quite a while. But yeah, so basically what we're going to do is Sideshow 1/6 figures is the first category we've got here. I've tried to do this in some kind of order.
A 1/6 scale.
Yeah, I've tried to do this in some kind of order, but I don't know if it's actually works. But we're going to do the Sideshow 1/6 scale. I actually got the Deadpool this year, and you know, I was very impressed with that. I think it came up very well, so that's on the list. The Tauntaun with Han Solo is there, and the Biker Scout. They're the 3 which, you know, I think, I mean, George didn't really want to get involved with the 6 scale figure ones. But out of the 6 scale figure ones, these are the ones which that come up. Also, the Biker Scout. Sorry, I was trying to find the Biker Scout with the pack that comes with the actual speeder.
Do you get a fucking bike or not?
You can get a dual pack with it.
Do you get that Han Solo? What's that thing called?
It's a Tauntaun.
What's that thing called that freezes?
Tauntaun.
That's him. Do you get that?
You can get like with the Hot Toys. They come as like a pack.
Fucking awesome. That looks great.
Oh yeah, and you can also get the honourable mention for this one is going to be the Commander Luke, which also you can get in a pack with the Tauntaun. So Commander Luke's down there. All of these pieces, if you click on them, there's a link. The name is a link, and the picture's a link. If it'll take you to the whichever website, so the Sideshow website or the website that the piece is available, and it'll give you more details on the piece. The only one I couldn't do that with is Pop Culture Shock because they clear their archives. So
yeah, I know. Yeah, fucking crazy. Right? I know.
I don't know why they do that, but it's probably just so that people can't refer back and say you told me this was 26 inches and now it's 24. But I don't know. So that's the 1/6 scale Sideshow. Yeah, I think this year, I mean, obviously they've always been very good with their Star Wars pieces.
A lot of Star Wars there.
They've always been very good with their Star Wars, but their actual Marvel Deadpool, I think they did very well. I mean, they're probably going to be shown up because the Hot Toy one's been released, like at some show. But I think they did very well with that. There were so many options, and it was actually the first 6 scale piece that we actually reviewed. We had. I'd like to say we had a lot of fun doing that, but it was slightly frustrating as well because we're not used to all the small pieces and trying to put them together. But yeah.
Because when you're used to statues, right? So when a piece falls off a statue, you smack the person in front of you in the face. So with all these things falling off the Deadpool and all these pouches going everywhere, you're just like, shit, I broke it. It's like, it's very hard to switch that mentality around, to play with that, like to twist and bend it and to pull it apart. It's very, very, with a statue, you're just like, you're wearing gloves half of the time, or you're like, don't touch it, stop touching it while you're touching it, stop moving it, you're going to break it. That's pretty much what our things are like.
Well, so I was going to try and do like a little stop motion movie with the Deadpool. It would have been quite a lot of fun to do, but in the end, I realised it was going to take me probably about 4 years to film it, so I decided not to. And also, when I went onto YouTube, and there's some really, really good. There's like a really good Iron Man one, and I just looked at that, and I'm like, yeah, mine's never going to look that good, so I gave up.
Oh, sweetheart.
So then the next one is going to be the 1/6 scale statues.
Cool. Okay.
So the 1/6 scale statues, the best ones I think are the Chronicles. We think. Sorry, George. Yeah. I mean, this is also shows where we can be biased, or I can be biased because I'm a huge RoboCop fan.
Well, I could definitely see your influence here. That's for sure.
So we got the Chronicles Kane, the Chronicles Ed 209, and the Iron Studios Magneto versus Sentinel. Personally, I just think all three of these are crafted so well, and with Bowen out of the picture, there's just not as much competition with the 6 scale, but these are just in a league of their own, I believe. These Chronicle pieces are definitely out of my price range, but if I had that money, I would love to do that. I mean, we've got a guy who's actually got the Kane, and he's also got the Sentinel.
And he's got the Ed-209, hasn't he?
No, he hasn't. He's got the Hot Toys Ed-209. So we will be reviewing the Kane in the new year, and the Sentinel. But I've seen the guy has sent me so many pictures, videos, and everything of that I feel like I have seen it. But so then we move down. Again, if you click on these, I'll go to the Chronicles website, which is again.
You got to say that Iron Studios, man, they're putting together some quite decent bits and pieces, man.
Iron Studios,
just come out of nowhere, haven't they?
Well, they've been around, I think, for a year, 2 years. But then what they've well, they kind of they've opened up the road like a new market as well, because I know that Kotobukiya do the small artifacts pieces, which I think I'm not going to guess the scale, but they're really small. But Iron Studios has started up like a 110 scale, and people are buying them, and they're not cheap considering how small they are. But I mean, there are pieces which you'd probably be interested in, which like the Thanos on throne from the movie. You might be interested just because it's like a nice like piece to have in the corner, like an accompanying piece. But I think it's about £150.
Yeah, so, that's for 1/10. That's well out of my price.
I think it's yeah.
To be honest, I mean, I saw somebody did something. I can't remember who they were the other day, and they had the Avengers. Yeah. They had like all the Avengers.
Oh yeah,
like proper
that's different. Yeah,
quarter scale. They put in Ant-Man, which was, I don't know if it was the Iron Studios one or it was Eagle Moss one or something, but it was a really nice one, and it was bang on scale. It looked amazing. Looked absolutely amazing. I'm trying to remember the fuck it was now. Well, really, really good it was. I commented on it as well.
Yeah. But they do that as well. I've seen people with the Galactus, and then they use the
Bowen.
It weren't the no. It weren't the Eagle Moss. It might have been the actual HeroClix or something. They use HeroClix a lot as well. It was either the HeroClix or it was the Eagle Moss Fantastic Four, and they put them with the Galactus, and that looked really good. I think that was Jesus Martin who did that. And then we're moving on to the top 3 Hot Toys. So we what I did here was with the top 3 Hot Toys. I had to ask some of my Hot Toy buddies. Again, I was quite biased, and I was asking about RoboCop, Battle Damage, or the RoboCop. Yeah, and the RoboCop twin pack with Murphy. They told me that I asked 3 very trusted collectors, and basically they all said the Han and Chewie set. All 3 of them said that. They said it's the best, one of the best pieces of the year was that. Then you've also got the Iron Man Mark 43. I think that's quarter scale. I think that's a quarter scale one, and it comes with like an Ultron base. And then you've got the then you got the RoboCop, which again they said that. No, they said it. They said it. I asked them, and they said it's.
Dude, you are such a RoboCop fanboy. Am I gonna see a RoboCop piece in every fucking category?
Well, I mean, if they were released this year, yeah. I mean, if the oh damn it, I should have put it on the most anticipated pieces, shouldn't I? But all right, so that's the Hot Toy side.
RoboCop.
Again, this is. Yeah. Again, I mean, honourable mentions here. We got the Marty McFly.
That looks amazing. That Marty McFly. I've seen some reviews of that.
The Star Lord and the Mark 38, which is the Igor. And the funny thing about the Igor is I started talking to Budget Stark because we got one of the soap reactors, and he works with the sort of soap reactor people, the soap studios people, and started chatting to him, and one of his shelves collapsed, and he's got big money. I mean, like loads of money in Hot Toys. And one of his shelves collapsed, but the thing is he has 2 Igors, and they basically held the shelf up. So the shelf collapsed, but landed on the Igors, and it was like rested on the Igors. So basically, and it stopped anything. It stopped anything falling. So that basically saved him there. But then again, with Hot Toys, I don't know how much damage would have really been done. But yeah.
Oh, mate, if a shelf falls off and a thing's fucking go over the place, it's going to damage something.
Yeah, well, not like a statue.
Statue's much worse.
I've seen some pictures.
Dear, bro.
Yeah, I've seen some pictures where people's things have fallen off, or the cleaner's knocked off an arm, or something like that. And one of my favorite ones, which I learned something from, was a guy in Sweden. Basically, he put his what was it? I think it was possibly the Berserker bust. So the big Berserker bust, he put down to this like little IKEA table, and the leg collapsed, and it fell on the floor and smashed. And basically, in Sweden, I didn't know this. I had to confirm with my girlfriend. In Sweden, they have a thing which, like with the house insurance, you pay extra, and it's kind of, I can't remember what it's called in Swedish, but it translates to like clumsy person insurance. And you basically pay extra. Yeah. You pay extra for this like clumsy person insurance, and it's very common there. And he basically claimed on his clumsy person insurance and got his money back, and actually said he got a little bit extra and bought another one. I was just like, wow, that wouldn't happen here. All right, so that
wouldn't happen.
Now we're going to move on to busts. So it's quite a jump now. And basically the Lycan bust, I mean, that was quite a standout.
You saw this. You've seen
this. Yeah, I've seen that. I posed next to it, and it looked like I was his stunt double at the time. I had my hair. Actually, I've got it slicked back now.
I hate to tell you this, man. That Lycan's fucking better looking than you. It's got better hair and all.
Yeah. Well, I got more hair on my ears. But basically, as I say, I mean, it was so. I looked at this piece like so close up. I looked at it. I looked in like around the gums. I looked in the mouth. I looked in the ears. I looked at all the pieces where they could kind of think, yeah, let's just cut a little corner here, or there's no corners cut, no corners cut at all. Which I kind of wish they did, because now, because they're going to reach the Guyver. If there was like loads of flaws, I would have been second guessing about getting that, but because it was so perfect, I'm like, gag, damn it. So then we got sorry, go on.
The Anubis. No, I was going to say the light. They've got a really good reputation. At the end of the day, people are getting their bits, and they are very, very happy. So
Dion,
serious.
Yeah, Dion collects a lot of their stuff.
He does, and he don't take no shit. That geezer, I'm telling you now. If it's not right, you're gonna fucking know about it. You're gonna know about it big time. The world is going to hear. He ain't covering that guy ain't covering no tracks, man. He's gonna fucking be like, yeah, this is fucked.
Well, he sold. He basically got rid of.
He's not playing.
He got rid of all of his pieces basically, and all he collects now is elite creature collectibles and cinema maquettes. All he collects.
Yeah,
that's all he gets now. So he
cinema maquette stuff.
Yeah. So then you got the Anubis, again by Chronicle Collectibles. This piece will come out. I think this actually was sold out, and if someone was looking for this, I can't remember who it was. I was trying to find them today, because I found one on Collectibles Direct UK. They've still got one in stock, so if someone's looking for this, go to Collectibles Direct. I think it's £1,300. This piece is really well done. Yeah, this piece is really well done. I mean, because if you were to get this from America and then tax and shipping, you'd be quite screwed. Again, I mean,
I watched Amber Racy's review of this. I watched her review of it, and it's very, very, looks really impressive.
Yeah.
She's got a good eye. She's got good taste, and
she's got one of the biggest collections. She's got one of the biggest collections going. I mean, she's got such a huge collection. So she's been doing it.
Man, she's a long time. Yeah.
And then you got the.
She's got this. It does look outstanding. It really looks outstanding. I mean, we went to see this. Me and you went to see this film at the cinema when we were kids.
Yeah.
And we missed the fucking first 15 minutes, and we thought the film was shit. And then when we got out and we told everybody it was shit, it was like, yeah, but the first 15 minutes are like some of the best scenes you've ever seen. We're like, fuck it,
dagging damn it.
That was a bit we missed.
But with the,
I still to this day, I don't think I've seen the first 15 minutes.
I haven't either. But the thing is, I mean, with this again, it's Chronicle Collectibles, and again, they're doing some really good stuff, and I definitely recommend people keep an eye out for them. I mean, they're gonna release some huge things in 2016. I mean, they've got all the Jurassic Park licenses. They're doing all the Terminator Genesis pieces. They are doing. I'm trying to remember what else. There's a few other things. I can't remember off the top of my head now. But they're Guardian by the Terminator Genesis Guardian. I really like, but it's just a shame the film was so mediocre. Then
I quite liked it. I would. I'm a bit of a fanboy for Terminator, so I like Salvation. I think Salvation's brilliant. People that slate that. I don't know what the fuck they want about. I love that film. I love Genesis as well.
Well, I think with Salvation, if you take Salvation for what it is, and it's just an action movie, and you turn your TV up full blast and watch it, I mean, it's great.
It's worth it. Listen, it's worth having that film for the bit where Arnold from 1980 odd makes his entrance. It's worth that bit when he opens the cell and he's there, and you're holy fuck, like that. That's just worth having the film for. Just
when I saw that in the cinema, and when that came on, everyone just like cheered and started clapping.
Yeah, well, there you are. Says it all. Give the people what they want. We got the Akuma bust.
We got the Akuma bust, which people say he's got a bit of a dick nose, but I don't know. That's what I think. I can't remember now. It was the Aussie guy said it.
What sort of dicks do people have?
I don't know. But then, so I mean, you got this.
What dicks do they have out in Australia? They have different types of dicks. Is that Australian dicks, is it? How the fuck does that work? Doesn't look like a dick. Oh, wait a minute. I'm looking at it the wrong way around. Oh, I see what it is.
You see it now? Okay. It takes a while.
I get it.
Takes a while.
I can see the mushroom tip. I get it.
The mushroom tip on the sugar walls. So basically, I mean, this piece was done really well. This came out very good, actually. And then the honourable mention is going to be the Smog the Terrible, which again, this piece
personally, I'd have this ahead of the Akuma and have Akuma down in honourable mentions. To be fair, I've seen Mark Riviera's review of this, and this looks fucking crazy, and I mean crazy good, really impressive. The way that they've made it, for me, the way they've made the skin, the crinkling of the skin, it looks like lizard skin. It's really, really impressive. Really great. And they, to be honest, a great character as well in the films. Only reason to watch the fucking Hobbit trilogy is because he's in it. Yeah.
Well, as I say, I can switch those over if you want me to.
No. But you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying my piece, you see.
Well, I mean, I was quite surprised when Mark picked it up. I mean, because I remember him saying, because they showed it. Oh, yeah. They showed it in... I can't remember if it was San Diego or if it was New York. It was one or the other. And what happened was when they had like an allocation for the show, and they had like a couple of hundred for the show, and literally it sold out in the show. And it was like, wow, how did that happen? But Mark saw that. He was like, I've got to get one, but I don't have the space. And then next thing he messages me going, yeah, I've got one, and I'm like, okay, because the other thing with this is you can actually you could turn it round, so you can have it that way and display it standing, or you can turn it round and display it on the wall. So you
I've heard this.
You rotate the head around 180 degrees, and then you put it on the mount on the wall.
Yeah. So, I've heard about, that's like what you do with like a trophy head, isn't it? Like a trophy.
Head I think you can do it with some of the Predator heads, the Predator masks as well. I think you do some of those.
Class.
All right, so then we're going to move on to the larger scale pieces, and we're going to go on to the first piece is going to be the Marcus. That piece it came out, and I'm really happy because I've not seen the Underworld movies. I've seen the first one, and I've seen one random one somewhere in the middle. I think I watched the end of it, but I've never seen them. My girlfriend keeps on.
I've seen them all. I like all of them. They're good films.
Yeah, and that's the funny thing as well. Is Dion's just got some. He started to buy screen use props, and he bought the what's her name? Kate Blanchett. Selena is her name. He bought her. He bought her like her costume. And he said he's quite surprised how many people have asked him if he sniffed the crutch.
It's not a bad question. I definitely would have done that. I have no problem admitting that online. I would 100% do that. I would probably end up getting caught doing that by somebody, and become my mother-in-law or something. And then I'd have to flag it like, yeah, it needs a clean.
Right, then you got the Transformers Megatron. Again, this was like one of the ones that came out from Prime One Studios this year, and I mean, people just then kind of opened their eyes and just thought, "Holy shit, they mean business." These guys. These Transformers by Prime One are so detailed, but they are huge. They are absolutely huge, and I expect there to be a
huge piece.
Yeah. I expect there to be a lot of Prime One pieces that, like, if we do this next year, there's going to be so many of those Batman pieces that are going to be ridiculous. I really like the Turtles, and they're going to do the classic movie Turtles as well.
Oh, they've done them both, have they?
They're going to do the classic ones. Apparently, there's like rumors about that. They've
got,
there's rumors that they've got a 1/3 Marvel license now as well.
That's going to be interesting. I mean, these are all like real large. That's just what scales are. I mean, obviously the Transformers have no scale. I think Doom is quite lucky to make it onto this list for me.
Oh yeah,
I've seen the Doom, and I you know, it looks okay, but for the money that is spent, I'd rather, you know, I don't know. It's probably because it's this really large scale, and we haven't seen. I mean, Marcus nicks this, and for me, nicks this easy. That Marcus piece looks fucking crazy.
Is like no competition.
Crazy. From pose, mixed media, base, everything else is just a different. I mean, just looks like different class. The whole thing is absolutely ridiculous. And I mean, if you're going to have a centerpiece in any collection, it's a worthy centerpiece for anything. Megatron looks great, but that Doom is fucking in an elite company, my man. It's like Leicester being top of the league at the minute. It's very fucking flattering. I mean, they're playing good football, but it's Leicester. You look at the table, you're like, Leicester City is top of the league, and Chelsea are like 16th. What's happening? But then it's just like Doctor Doom is just it's nice, but yeah, it's in a big difference of standard of pieces there. You know, it's like the ugly one at a disco. You know what I mean? At a party, it's the ugly girl that's like with all the fit women that they keep. But what do they call that? They call it something. What is it? I forgot what they call it. Designated ugly friend or something. Fat ugly friend, a duff or something. Oh, that's it. Your designated ugly fat friend that people take out so they look better or some shit. It was really funny. There's a film about it. That's definitely what he is. He's the duff in that group.
All right, you finished your rant? Alrighty, let's move down there then. Okay, so you got the top 3 disappointing pieces of the year. And again, I mean, this is our opinion, so don't get upset.
This is my favourite one.
This is the one which may cause some. Well, actually, I mean, we've seen these. So basically, these are the Man of Steel is hands down the worst piece of the year. This comes up and loads of debates. Loads of people agree with this one. And then also the Reeve. I had it when I got it. I was a bit. Hey, people are quite harsh with this and whatever. And then after you kind of reflect on it, you compare it to other things and whatever else. You're like, yeah, it's pretty bad. So and then
the thing is we were talking about this. We were talking about how if people say that something is the best thing or it's an amazing thing, that your own interpretations of that exceptional standard that people are talking about can actually cause you more damage. Like we and Alex were saying that when we went to see, you know, certain pieces that were said, you know, this is the best piece, this is the best piece ever made, and this, that, and the other. When you get there and you're going, really that? You think that is? And that's something that happens. And it's the same with this, because everyone's slated Reeve. By the time you get it in hand, you're like, well, it ain't as bad as what everyone's saying it is. But then you put it on your shelf, you leave it, and you're like, yeah, they're fucking right. It's terrible. It does happen. It's like an accumulation. It's like pieces do that for me. Like the Red Hulk did that for me. I got it, and I was like, that was definitely nice. And then over time, it's just got nicer and nicer and nicer. And then I think, fucking hell, it's like a great piece. But that's, You know, that's what happens, and I
I think the way
I think that Christopher Reeves is fucking shocking. I've got to say,
the way you got it displayed as well, the Hulk does look really good. I mean, you got it in the cube, and you got the Hulk Buster arms. It does look really good. Then, so yeah, you got the lunging Kratos, which again could have been such a good piece, but the paint was so bad. Really, really
the
bad.
sculpt
It's
is
just
bad. The musculature of the character is awful. I've been looking at the sculpt of it. It's just like fucking yawn. I've been watching. Thankfully, in fairness, I haven't seen that Kratos in person. But you're right. What it could have been to what it actually ended up being is very different. They could have made that so well. And it just,
well, the other thing as well is, I mean,
like,
gaming heads are doing the one on Throne, so that kind of makes me think about. Well, I'm quite glad I didn't order that now. But then also, but they did do the really good. The bust I thought was really good. The life-size bust of Kratos was really good. No, you got?
Yeah, so I've seen that in person. And that isn't as it. I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying.
I saw it in Prague, and it's stunning. Absolutely stunning.
And then on this one, where we normally have the honourable mentions, this has got the dishonourable mentions.
Nice.
So then we got the Godzilla, which I just feel I was actually really close. Actually, for some reason, I've written Godzilla 3 times there. Godzilla market. I'll correct that.
Maybe you're doing the old song. You know the old song from the cartoon when we were kids?
What's
where they push the button? That captain on the boat has the button on his chest. I don't know. It's like Godzilla. It's like that's the 1980s cartoon. That's probably why you've done it 3 times.
I must have been well tired. But basically, I mean, this came out, and I was actually really close to ordering this, and when it did go to waitlist quite quickly, and then it sold out. I was actually really like, oh, I really should have ordered that. And then it's back up again. It's back up again.
You thought I was gonna buy that.
I thought you were going to buy it as well. And then once it started, I think what happened was, this is quite funny actually. What happened was someone from Sideshow contacted me on Facebook, and they said that they watched the Lobo video, and they said, why, did you watch the instructional video? And I said, yeah, we did. They go, okay, because you weren't doing the belt the way we tell you to do the belt in the video. And I said, yeah, well, we watched it, but the thing is, once you start actually doing something, we're like kids, and we don't want to refer back to the instructions. We're just going to try and do it, and we're just going to forget everything because we're so excited. And he was like, oh, okay, yeah, I understand. And then he said, we've just filmed one for the Godzilla. Do you think we should put it up? And I said, I recommend you put it up because it's really good for people.
Fucking no.
Yeah, I said, because people then will see the piece, they'll see the production piece, they'll see whether they're happy with it. It's good for them to see it in hand. It's good for them to see how. I mean, that's going to be a simple piece to put together, but it's good for people to see how it goes together.
Yeah.
They put up the video the day after. And then people complained about how the guy, it's supposed to be like, I can't remember, like £35 or something ridiculous. And the guy picks it up by the tail by one hand. And he's just like, yeah, this weighs £35, and picks it up, and people are just like, yeah, that looks well light, and loads of people cancelled it from that.
But the problem with that though, that piece is the paint job is just absolutely. It just looks so dull.
Yeah.
It looks. They just didn't. I mean, the pose is fine, and the way the tail comes off the base, all unique. I like all of that. I really expected that to be an exceptional piece. That's why it's in this category, is because it's
high expectations.
If they'd done it right, it would have been. It would have no. It's not a high expectation. It put some fucking highlights in the piece. It looks like somebody just literally took it to their garage and fucking sprayed it. That's what it looks like. It's just quite dull, and it's matte, and it's a shame. It's a real shame.
Yeah, and then you just to finish up there, you got the Iron Patriot, which had some of the kind of sloppiest paintwork of the year. I think Gary ended up getting a couple of these and sending them back.
And a lot.
Gary's blind as a bat, and normally can't see anything. Normally Gary comes in and he's like, Yeah. Okay, Gary, have you checked this over? Yeah. Yeah, sure, Gary.
I fucking miss that dude, man.
Yeah,
It's
we're going to
nothing
be
better. You're like, yeah, I've checked it, and you open the box. You don't even open the box because it ain't sealed.
You don't
So
take the
he's
boxes.
checked it. So he's like, checked it, and you open it. You're like, you take it out, and you're like, yeah, it's unsealed. He's definitely checked it. You pull out, and you're the worst one. You bastard, not you viewers. You, Alex, are the worst one because you go, yeah, you got a scuff on the shoulder. Yeah, he's missing his left arm. Yeah, his head's the wrong way round, Gary. Really?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I love you,
I'm
Gary
quite bad.
Speed.
I'm quite bad
You're
about
fucking
that.
funny. Yes, you are.
We're going to meet up with him again soon. Actually, and it's been a while, really.
Yeah, too long. It's been too long.
Definitely meet up with him, and also the Rhodes James Rhodes head just came out quite bad. You know,
some people got a half decent one, but I think the ratio of bad paint jobs on this were sort of like 7-1, so it's pretty poor.
Yeah. So let's scroll down. So we got the this is our main one, really. This is the top quarter scale statues, and basically, again, this is our opinion. We're going to go with the Wolverine by XM Studios, Lobo, and the
hold this,
Magneto.
Alex. Hold that. Stop. Don't go anywhere without me.
What are you doing now?
Come on, mate. No.
Oh, God, he's getting his dog in here.
Sit down with me. Don't touch any of my stuff. Behave.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah.
I got a little man going mad outside the room, so to sort out because he's banging around, and he'll wake the wife up, and then I'll be divorced quicker than you can say Pontius Pilate.
So yeah, so we've got the top quarter scale. So we've got the Wolverine, the Lobo, and the Magneto. Basically, there's been a few people who saying the Lobo isn't the best and whatever else, and then but then they also in the same comment said about they don't really know the character. But well, the thing is, George and I both know the character very well.
It's got nothing to do with it.
Well, no, but also
it's absolutely
no, but it is part of it. I mean, but the thing is, we both know the character. We're both reading the comics when they came out, and we're both huge fans of the character. But the thing is, as well, is the actual piece is done. You know, every part of it is done the best that Sideshow have done in the last 5 years. You know,
it's the best. I'm gonna go out and say it's the best Sideshow I've ever fucking done. I don't see one flaw on it. Absolutely none. Nothing. Paint, no. Mixed media, no. There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing. Everything on it is done to absolutely top spec. There's no problems with that piece whatsoever. Like none. So for me, it's I think it beats everybody on it. And I've seen the other two, and it hasn't got a deformed tricep. It hasn't got a gap. It hasn't got a missing tooth. Hasn't got a Radd from Big Bang Theory head sculpt like the Wolverine. And it hasn't got the Magneto is a really great piece. It is exceptional piece, and it's definitely put XM Studios on the map, just like the Doom on Throne did for Sideshow. It's there's just so much more, I think, to the Lobo piece. That's just my opinion. You've got the mixed media, you've got the hanging chain, you've got the dog add on, the base, the skull add on, you've got the different hands, the different heads. I think you've got a few extra bits with the Magneto that are pretty decent, but I don't like either of the head sculpts personally on the Magneto overly, especially the unmasked, because I think it's just too much of a atypical Jewish look. I think the way they've made it look is just not very accurate. I don't think, to be honest with you, I don't think it looks too much like Magneto for me. I've seen so many Mad X and other customs, and all their heads for me look better than the original, which is not ideal, I don't think.
Yeah.
Personally.
Well, I think that happens with a lot of the XM pieces.
The masked head's better.
Yeah. I prefer the unmasked. I'm totally the opposite, but
yeah, you do. See, but that's it. But that's it. That's
then
what
again,
it's about.
I'm a Jew, so
about opinions.
I'm a Jew, so I like the Jew look. You hear me?
You're who?
So I'm
Yeah, I do.
Jewish, so I like to have a Jewish looking statue in my
Yeah,
collection.
but that's what I'm talking about. It's not that it looks Jewish. It's that it's like you know, like spitting
Like a
image
caricature,
in the UK.
like a
Yeah, like a
stereotypical
caricature.
caricature.
Exactly like a stereotype. They've drawn it like a stereotype, and that's what I don't like. I don't think
Mm.
they've gone with a piece of art and gone, right, that's what Magneto looks like. Let's do it like that. I think they've sort of gone, okay, he's like he's like Jewish descendant and all that. And it just, for me, I just don't. I personally, I'm not even Jewish, and I just think, yeah, you shouldn't have done that. It's not good. I
Mm.
think, to be honest with you, I think it's like, in fairness, they did it with the Wolverine. There's a head on there, and I don't know who it's meant to be, but it's not him. It's not any
It's like a
Wolverine that I've
Mexican,
seen.
yeah,
So I don't know where they've come up with that third head.
yeah.
So, huh?
No, it's like a Mexican Indian Wolverine, isn't he?
Yeah, it just doesn't. It looks funny, man. For me, I think to be fair, I think Thanos probably should jump in there ahead of that Wolverine piece. But that's just barely been released, so I've had time
Mm.
to digest it. And the Magneto it's an exceptional piece. It really is an exceptional piece, but it's a victim of its own success, because by the time me and Alex got to see it, we'd been told by about 30 people that it's the best piece that's ever been made. So
Yeah, yeah.
when we got the Lobo, we were the first ones to get it, so nobody had seen anything of it. So we were like not expecting anything.
Mm.
Like we
Well,
said
with
before, it's
the
about
Lobo is when they released shots of the Lobo, I said to George, "This is probably going to be the first piece that we're both going to own." And
it is.
I held out, and I was very patient. And it's the first piece where, during the actual review, I've stopped the review, paused it to actually order the piece. It's the
Yeah, it's
first
true.
piece. It's the first piece I've ever done that, and the only piece I've ever done that with, where I've stopped what I'm doing and just gone, yeah, I've got to order this now, and literally gone
Yeah,
away, ordered it, and then gone, all right, I feel good now. I've ordered it, and basically done that.
yeah.
So yeah, so that says quite a lot about that. I mean, I know there's a lot of people who will say X, Y, Z about it and say this and that, but the thing is,
I think
you know,
I think that I think there is definitely an element that you can say that it is not a mainstream character like Wolverine or like Magneto.
yeah.
Shut up, you weirdo.
But as I say, that's irrelevant to us because we grew up with Lobo. So when we were
Yeah,
kids, we were buying Lobo comics. So we're very fortunate to be in that bracket then where we can
yeah.
appreciate it, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. I mean, I think you're right. I think it is that, but I think I mean, I definitely wouldn't advise buying it if you don't know the character, because I personally have bought really nice statues before, but I've had to sell them because
Character
although they're really
appreciation.
nice, oh yeah, although it's a really nice statue, which it is. Although it's hey, babe, say hello, hello, hey.
They can't see you.
Don't let my
They can't see you because
okay.
they're looking at the
All right,
website.
all right. Oh, dog's going crazy, but yeah. So although I've bought really nice pieces, I've sold them because I don't have that nostalgic feeling, because I mean, I think that's what a lot of us collectors actually do, is we get
Hmm.
pieces that mean something to us, like just something. Like, for example,
Well,
I
yeah.
have the
For
Goro
example,
because,
For
from the
example,
pop
I've
culture
got
shop,
pieces
because
where,
of that first moment when me and you played in that little corner shop where we
yeah,
played
yeah.
when we played Mortal Kombat, and we've done about 30 quid in it, and then we got to Goro. I mean, me and you, man, Jesus Christ, we nearly died. We've
Well,
never seen anything like it. We've never
we
seen
did
anything
die.
like it. So
We
it's
couldn't
like,
beat him. So
did we? I don't think we clocked it, did we?
I don't think we beat him. He was like one of the hardest video game bosses ever.
No,
But the same sort of point it goes with, like, I've got a few
certainly arcade.
characters where for example, the Army of Darkness Ash. I mean, there's so much character appreciation there that I'm very forgiving towards it. So yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's it. But to be honest, Lobo isn't one that you have to be forgiven
No, no,
about.
no, no,
It's
no,
a
no.
flawless piece.
Yeah.
It's
No, but
absolutely
I was just saying
fucking
from what you were
flawless. There's
saying.
nothing wrong with that piece. That piece has been that piece has given Sideshow a revival, because for all I've been listening to for like the start of this year, the end of last year was they don't give a shit anymore. All their stuff is crap. All their stuff, you're like praying it's broken. You're praying you're gonna get a good one, and all this. Lobo came out. And other than like a couple of shipping issues where like people had like broken
dreads
half
and the
pieces
exclusive
from obviously being things like that there was no issues with it. When people got it, it didn't come with paint problems and fucking all that sort of rubbish. You know, and in fairness, it's a great piece. And I think, to be honest with you, like
didn't someone say? I think someone said that when they did Lobo, they actually used one of the XM factories, I think.
Well, that might explain the paint job on it.
But then that factory wanted too much in the end, so they moved away to a cheaper one.
Well, I mean, it's exceptional. I think if
should we move on then? Because
I think Thanos would have been, I think if it had been later in the delivery of Thanos, he could have probably snuck in there.
All right, let's move. Let's move to the.
Very few people have got him.
All right, let's move to the honourable bit. Yeah. All right. Well, you're probably the last person to get Thanos. So the honourable mentions there are more XM. I mean, XM have had such an amazing year. I mean, XM released so many great pieces. Their Phoenix was a really, really good piece. If you ignore the head sculpt. Oh, sorry, my picture's actually from the painted version, not the resin version.
Yeah,
so this is from the website.
Phoenix doesn't look like that.
Sorry, this is actually from the website. So on the website, it's actually got the old.
I've seen the.
So the website's actually got the old image there. So this is actually it's changed. Then you got the.
I've seen them.
Yeah, you've seen.
I've seen Victor R's review of that Raphael, and that piece is massive. That piece looks really, really good.
Yeah.
Definitely would creep into that. If we were going to do it like if we were going to be more politically correct about it, it probably would be Lobo, Magneto, and possibly that Raphael could get in there.
But we haven't seen it. So.
But I haven't seen it, and I need to see it in person. But the review looks absolutely crazy.
Well, I'm very. The thing is, the Raphael, it hasn't even sold out yet. So the Raphael is still available. They're all still available, and they're all $6.99.
Question? Can I?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Well, they're not $6.99. You fuckhead. It's $699. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
They're $6.99. I'll take 6.
Yeah.
Well, I'd probably take 50 of them. But anyway, I think to be honest with you, I was going to ask you a question. How tall are the turtles? Because
Raphael's,
I don't know how big.
Raphael's is the biggest.
How big is the actual statue? Do you know?
Isn't it 20-something inches? But the thing is like they're not standing straight and they're on their knees are bent. But with the actual with the film version, Raphael is like I don't know about 7 foot tall. Okay. Raphael's massive.
The statue looks about 20. The statue looks about 25 inches tall.
Probably, but the bases are massive on them.
It's a big piece.
I've seen a picture. I've seen the bases are big anyway, but then I saw a picture of Victor holding the base, and I was just like, "Yeah, that's pretty big." So basically, you'd be screwed. You'd have to literally. I don't even know if you get the base into the Besta. It looks massive.
I don't think you can, man. It is so.
Or if you were to display these turtles, you would need 4 Besta cubes minimum if they actually go in them. So, but apparently, as I say, they're doing the original movie turtles, and that'd be quite interesting. Also, with these turtles, there's no exclusives.
Well, how many? What's the edition size on them?
1,500, I think.
That's not bad. That's all right.
So then you got moving across. You got Thanos. Actually, let me click on them. So, yeah, so moving across, you got Thanos there, and so sorry. Yeah, here's 1,500.
Yeah, it just looks
699.
I
mean,
it's got like movable eyes and everything. It's just fucking crazy.
Yeah. For the price, you are getting.
That ain't a bad price for it.
For the price, you are getting a lot for that price, and I'm really surprised.
For your money.
I'm really surprised that it hasn't sold out. To be honest with you, but then again,
it will.
When they announced that they're making the original movie versions, that slowed a few people down. You know,
because won't it?
Well, because the
it's nostalgia. It's nostalgia. People don't like the film's shit. Well, it's not shit. It's if you
it's fun for what it is.
Yeah, it's fun. That's the right word. It's a fun film. But you know, if I was like, I don't know, 12 or something, 13, it would probably be the best film I'd ever seen.
I enjoyed it because I heard the funny thing was is just before I watched it, Longshot put up a video saying how bad it was, and he's like, "What does he do? He like flushes something down the toilet on his review for it." I was like, he's talking about how shit it is. He's like saying how terrible it was, and I was like, oh, "Damn it!" And then my girlfriend actually goes, "Can we watch it?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, all right." I put it on, and again, it's just basically. It's the same as if you think about Transformers and Michael Bay. It's the same as Turtles and Michael Bay. You know, it's just the same thing. But it was enjoyable, and the good thing I liked about it was it wasn't like Transformers where it drags on. It was nice. It was quick.
Yeah, good.
It was pretty much an hour and a half, wasn't it? It was like an hour
it was around. It's around that. Yeah, probably about an hour 40 or something like that. But
it's tolerable.
Tolerable. Yeah.
When you watch
the Transformers go on for far too long.
Far too long. They drag too long. We've already covered I've already just noticed here it says Magneto under Thanos.
yeah.
So I better change that.
No, don't worry about it. It's fine.
Oh, I'll change that later.
At the end of the day.
Then we've got the top 3 sleepers. So these are the pieces which didn't necessarily slipped under the radar, and I think we think in the future these are going to be the pieces which are going to guard the value.
I did with Thor what you did with Lobo. I just did it.
Oh no, you
didn't do it in front of your face because I got some manners.
Well, you didn't do it.
I waited and then I got straight on it.
Yeah. Well, I definitely think the Daredevil is a very underrated piece. It's quite an unusual piece because the whole figure's all one solid piece, so the arms don't come off. But as I say, with that, I think with an edition size of 1,000, no exclusive, I do think that piece will be sought after in the future. Then again, with the 4, a lot of people complain about really small things about the face, about the hand, about the blue on the metal, the armor, the base, whatever. Yeah. But I've got it on display, and it is a very impressive piece when you have it on display. When you have it in the cube,
I think it's. You're going to do that thing for me later, like I told you, though, yeah, and try and sort that for me, and then I can cancel that wait list. If
yeah.
If you can get that tied up for me today, Alex, I'll probably buy it.
All right.
Get it tied up for me, and I'll buy it.
All right. Cool. So that's the Thor, and I mean, I'm also I like the way the head can come off because there's bound to be. There's a guy called Right Guy 2, and he's doing some customs with the sword. Definitely. He's doing an axe.
You want a bearded head, man.
I want a bearded Thor, man.
Yeah, I want a bearded Thor, man. I'm on that. If I get one, I definitely am up for that too. Yeah. I've got to say that Daredevil, that is for me. I think that's the winner, only because I expected Thor to be good.
Yeah.
It's come out better than I thought it was going to be, but I expected it to be good. I think that Daredevil.
Also Pinhead as well.
I was like, the Daredevil. I was just like, no way. It's not for me.
Also,
and then
Pinhead.
It came out, and I thought, man, they did a really good job with that.
Pinhead had some good press, bad press. People were just cancelling because they were saying about the head's going to be so hard to do.
Yeah, fuck.
The head is really impressive. Actually, the head is very impressive. The only thing that was a bit of a letdown is I just think the exclusive's terrible.
Yeah, it's a fucking awful exclusive. It's an awful exclusive.
And then also, I think the hand that holds the cube looks a bit weird. All the fingers are like the same size.
Yeah, you said that actually. You said that.
Well, Sanchez was talking about it as well. But and then an honourable mention here is going to be the Balrog with the robe. I think people have already noticed that's a bit of a sleeper, and that's already gone up in price a bit. But
that I was gutted that I didn't jump on this, to be honest.
I'm not really a fan of the. I'm not a fan of the face.
In a way, I've sort of there have been options for me to buy a couple of these, but I keep.
Are you there still? Are you breaking up there, George? You're breaking up.
Yeah, you're lagging there. What you say?
No, you said you keep what?
Oh, fucking. Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Go on.
All right, no, you're just saying that you keep on what? You said you had a few chances to get barrel roll.
No, there's been a couple of times when I've been able to pick it up, and I've something in me has been saying, "Don't do it, don't do it." And it's nothing to do with the piece, but I know if I buy that Balrog, that it's going to be like, right, okay, I need to have Vega, and I need to have Sagat, and I need to have, and it's just like I'm just, I have got the space, but do I want to like a whole Street Fighter villains line? Because I've already fucked myself in the ass with Goro. I've already completely. Yeah, because that Goro, which was as soon as I was like never ever going to let that pass because it's probably one of my favourite game like characters of all time is Goro. Just again, it goes to being a kid, but I just thought to myself, that Balrog was dangerous for me, and I've sort of sat back on it. But I agree with you. I think definitely that piece is coming to fruition now that people are getting it like shit. We shouldn't have missed that. And I think the Thor will be the same. And it's definitely up there, mate. That piece, really nice.
Sure, but I definitely think the Daredevil will be.
Daredevil was a mistake to anyone who likes Daredevil to not get that because that came out absolutely fantastically well done.
I really like the base on it. The base with the what's it called?
Hands of Justice, sort of. Yeah, Justice. Yeah. I just think that now that everyone was talking about the pose is terrible, and you know what I mean, it's like it looks weird and all this shit. And you know what it does. You do listen to people. You do listen. You're like,
yeah. I mean,
and then you see a couple of reviews, and you're like, oh shit.
You don't want to listen, but you do listen. You want to make up. That's why, for example, with the Pinhead, there were a few reviews up. Carlos put one up. I'm trying to think who else put one up. Aaron put one up, and there were another 2 or 3 that were up, and I didn't watch them because I knew I had the piece on the way. Yeah, I knew I had the piece coming, and I just thought to myself,
"Yeah, you don't do that.
I need to see the piece before I, do that." So,
I do the opposite. You see, I watch every review.
I watched them. I watched them after I already get the piece.
Yeah, because I want to know. I want to be able to see if there is a flaw. I want to be able to identify it straight away. I don't want to not catch it. So if there's like with Thanos with the black lines and the one gauntlet not being shaded or the one arm not being shaded or which none of those. I don't have any of those issues. But you know what I mean. You want to get some of those things in there. You want to see. I think that Hellraiser was a sleeper because they didn't think you'd be able to get it in one piece. They thought that it was never going to be able to get there in good condition, and it did. They did a really good job packaging.
I mean, with the fact that there's been so many damages and so many, many poorish
I would have been
QC. I mean, that would be the piece that you would probably put the money on having the QC issues. So, just moving down, I might change the order of this one on the website, but these are the top 3 new companies. So these are the only logos I can find. It's not size because of any reason. So you've got Iron Studios there. Again, Iron Studios have come out. They've got their Mark 43 on the tree with the snow. They've got their Captain America, which I don't think has started shipping yet, so that wouldn't have been included on this anyway. Then they got their Magneto Sentinel
diorama with Venom. And Spider-Man.
They've got the Venom Spider-Man. They've got all their 1/10, so they've got loads of stuff. You've got the Prime One, who are just smashing it with the Batman stuff at the moment, and the Turtles and the Transformers, and they're going to have a 1/3 Marvel license. So next year, I mean, definitely look out for those. Then you've got Imaginary Art, who there's just so many pieces they're doing. I mean, they've got the Hulkbuster. Just trying to think, they've got the Transformer license as well. Well, yeah, I mean, the Hulkbuster's on another level.
That's serious.
We've been very fortunate to be able to see quite a few of the Imaginary Art stuff before it's released, and they're going to be huge next year. I mean, they've
Massive.
got some great people on board, and they're doing, can't even discuss half the stuff they're doing, but they're doing some really, really good Marvel stuff. They're doing some really good DC stuff. They're doing that Joker on the throne, with the bodies, which I can't remember the comic now. I think it's Endgame. No, I can't remember which comic it is now, but it's based on the comic cover. And there's just so many pieces they got. They've got Eric Sosa on board. So definitely look out for those guys. Look out for all three of these companies.
Those three are definitely the up and coming, the ones who have just literally flown out of nowhere, and they're gonna next year they're gonna do some fucking damage. They're gonna do some serious damage.
Sure, yeah.
And they're gonna affect all of the other big hitters pre-orders. That's for sure. Because Prime One, some of their stuff, man. Some of their stuff next year looks crazy.
Prime One is distributed
Imaginary
by Sideshow. Sideshow still get money from Prime One because they distribute them.
Yeah, but it's peanuts, man. They're gonna their stuff is gonna be serious. And I'm telling you now, Imaginary and Mark next year's it's going to be dangerous. All these three are going to be dangerous. I think personally, Imaginary and Mark and Prime One Studio would be my 1 and 2 picks, because I think they really are. They are not fucking about. They're real serious.
Yeah.
So yeah, interesting. Good times.
So
good times.
I might move this further down. I might move this further down on the website when this. These are the top 3 most anticipated pieces. These are pretty much my top 3. So we've got the Hulkbuster by Imaginary Mark.
They are actually all your top 3, to be fair. Because I would have a couple of my own in there as well.
Well, we got the Hulkbuster by Imaginary Mark again, which we've seen.
I agree with that.
I've got one of these in my my collection, and it is such an impressive piece. And that comes out, I believe, in April, May time. Then you got the Guyver life-size bust.
Oh.
No. March is the.
That's definitely yours. That's definitely your pick.
March, I think, is the Aquaman. Then you got the Guyver life-size bust, which this hasn't gone up for pre-order yet. But when Elite Creature Collectibles go up for pre-order, they don't take a year, so they take less time. So this should be out by the end of next year. This piece is again is from my childhood. Guyver. I love the manga. I even like the film. Steve Wang did the film version of that, and he's the big guy at Elite Creature Collectibles. So that's why they've got that there. So hopefully, I mean, only problem is if this is successful, they're going to do a market, which is going to be 1/3, and their markets.
You'll buy it.
Their markets are not cheap, so damn it.
How much?
I think they're like over $1,000, like $1,500, I think. Yeah, but we'll see.
Shit.
But then you got the.
I agree. I agree with 2 of these. I definitely agree with a Deathstroke.
Well, the Deathstroke. I mean, that came up.
Gonna be crazy.
That came up, and
it looks absolutely crazy.
I looked over the pictures of this, and I just thought to myself, I don't have any of these other pieces on order. I've not played the game, but yeah, I've got to order this, and I ordered it, and I'm really, really happy I did, because it sold out within hours of being on Sideshow.
Not surprised.
I think that's also to do with, though, it did go up a week earlier in Japan, and Sideshow would not have the whole allocation. So this would be, I don't know, they may have only had a couple of hundred, but it sold out really quickly anyway. Then we got the honorable.
That's just that Deathstroke's crazy. That Deathstroke is fucking crazy. I think you may as well just give that fucking piece the award for next year for the best large scale piece, because that's going to take some beating.
Well, the funny thing is the Hulkbuster.
I want a quarter scale piece. I want a quarter scale version.
Well, the funny thing is, I say the Hulkbuster, even though it's a larger scale piece, technically it's quarter scale. So, what category would that go under? Hulkbuster by Imaginary Mark is a quarter scale piece. So would this go under a quarter scale, or would it go under larger scale?
It's going to have to go into the quarter scale. If it's quarter scale, it goes in quarter scale.
Yeah.
Story. It's
All
I
right.
mean, it's massive. It's huge. There's no question, but it definitely it's quarter scale piece, and that's going to be fucking hard to beat next year.
All right. With the honourable mentions on this one, I've doubled up and I've gone for 6 because there's so many. I probably still missed off some really, really great ones, but basically these are the ones which I've added on. So I've added on Medusa by ARH. This piece was, I have to say that I think, looking through the pieces at New York Comic Con, this was the piece that stole the show easily. This piece was just, when I saw this, I was really, really close to ordering. I was so close to ordering. I'm kind of glad I didn't because it's huge.
How much is it?
It wasn't that much. It was $1,000, I think it was. Considering the size and the weight and the actual, like, you know, considering you technically got her, you got that guy in front of her, the rock guy, and then you got the guy crawling underneath. So you got like three pieces in there. It is very, very heavily detailed, and you know, it was, I think it was $1,000, and for that price, I mean, I was really close. And at the time, I think I sold something, so I had the cash in my bank, and that sold out really quickly as well. That sold out really quickly. Then you got the Black Bolt by XM Studios. Again, this is coming along really well. For some reason, the XM Studios website, they don't update their pictures very much because Black Bolt has actually changed slightly. His little antenna thing on his head has got like, it's been chromed now. Then you got the Pop Culture Shock He-Man and Battle Cat, which I've got this on pre-order, and I can't wait for this to come in. Got no fucking clue where I'm going to put it, but yeah, let's see how well that goes. Also, I think I've got like some exclusive art print with that. What are you saying?
I mean, to be honest with you, there's some good bits in there. I think that I think that Black Bolt looks incredibly impressive. Again, he's going to suffer with the same issue that Lobo has, which is he is not a well-known character, and people will miss out because of that, and that's just how it goes. But I love the fact that XM are not thinking about that. They don't give a shit about any of that. They just care about doing the characters they like and putting like a different sort of selection out there, and that's great because that and Sideshow doing 40 Wolverines, you get like a good choice of you with all the different companies. You get much more you know, of a eclectic character situation going on in your room, which is what you need. I think that He-Man and Battle Cat's going to be exceptional, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean that's what Pop Culture Shock do.
They can do them pieces really well. PCS, they really can nail them.
All right, so let's move down again. We got like more here. So we got the 1/3 Sub-Zero. You know, I've also got this on order, and I've got the 1/3 Scorpion. I think the 1/3 Sub-Zero, I think is going to look better than the Scorpion.
Well, it's much more going on, isn't it? He's got a spine and like a. Is that a light up, Al? That's no.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's going to be fucking crazy.
I think Scorpion's got light up eyes, doesn't he? I think Scorpion's eyes light up. I might be wrong.
I'm not sure, dude.
And then you got one of the pieces from Sideshow, which I'm really excited to see, because this could kind of not make or break them really, but you know, if they pull off this piece to look like the production piece, this piece would be very, very, very impressive. I tell you, really impressive piece. So we'll see how that goes. And then you got the Imaginary Mark 43 battle damage with the snow on the base.
I'm really looking forward to seeing this. I really want to see this because this looks like the Iron Man I've been waiting for.
Yeah. So we'll see how that comes in. So these are the most anticipated pieces there. Then
obviously I'd throw in Darkseid into that mix there because I think that's going to be the sleeper again. Same thing. I think that's going to nick it next year.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's only my opinion. It's just my sort of lonely, you know, up at late at night thinking. It's not really. It's not a more of a universal thought. It's more just mine.
Yeah.
I think. Well, to be honest with you, I just think that thing's gonna. I think Darkseid's gonna come in, and it's gonna be like Lobo, and like Balrog, and like all of the others. All the others.
Well, the sleeper pieces have already been released, so we've done. So because he hasn't been released, he didn't go in there.
Next year, that'll be there.
All All right, then we're going to go on to something. So that's basically all the awards side of it, that the companies and all that sort of thing. But what we're going to do now is basically from our point of view, where we've been doing our reviews, been doing them this year, and we've been seeing pieces, been reviewing pieces, and these are the categories for those really. So this is the most unexpected guest piece. So this is where we've seen the piece and not really thought about it, and then all of a sudden seen it and been a bit, oh, hello, and been a bit surprised. So I've actually got the links to the reviews on here. So the three on here are the Gambit, the Ben Kenobi Mythos, and the custom Black Spider-Man comic by Sideshow Collectibles, and that's basically
Gambit stole it, didn't it?
Well, Gambit really
we went to see Magneto. That was our highlight, and Gambit stole it.
Yeah, I mean, but even with the when we took out the Spider-Man, just the base, which hadn't been touched, the base, we looked at it and we were just like, yeah, things have changed. This is another level. The Spider-Man comic base was one of the first times where we kind of looked at a piece and we just like looked at each other and just thought, yeah, we know nothing. We are like Jon Snow. You
realize at that point that you've been a little fish in a big fish in a very little pond, then, because as soon as you open up that Spider-Man, you realize how many sharks are in the fucking waters around you. You realize how many seriously good pieces there are. And that Spider-Man piece, that comic, it's one of the best pieces made. Beautiful piece.
So sorry, just to clarify,
Obi-Wan Kenobi was exceptional.
These are not pieces. These are not pieces that come out this year. These are pieces that we reviewed this year. So this is not pieces that come out. So these are all older pieces anyway. So then you've got the best guest pieces. So you got so also most of these are Mike anyway, aren't they? So we've got Mike with the Gambit. We've got Gary Speed with the Obi-Wan. We've got Andy Fusco with the Spider-Man. Back to Mike Wells here for the Wolverine. And then coming down here a bit, we've got the Wolf Predator, which the review hasn't gone up, but if you click on this link, you'll be able to view it. So you can view it through the website before we post it. So there's reviews available here, but we'll post it soon. So you can click through here to get it. No. It's unlisted, and I posted the link here, so I didn't have to come back to it at a later date. So that was Aaron's, and then you've got Mike Wells' Magneto. So I mean, these are all the sort of best guest pieces we've seen this year. And then again, we've got the honourable mentions. I can't remember how many I did. I think 3. These are actually all Speedies, to be honest with you. So we've got the probe droid, which was very impressive. I mean, I'm not. It's not that I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I'm not like a ridiculous Star Wars fan. I like the films. I mean, the other day when I was at your house and Sky Movers were playing them on loop, I was watching them, and I was enjoying them. I did realise that Han Solo's a bit of a cock when I was watching it, but I know I do really enjoy
you kept
it,
saying
but,
that.
Yeah. And then so basically,
clues in the name, Alex.
Yeah.
Clues in the name.
Out for himself, yeah. But then, so as I say, is even from even from like a not a very big Star Wars fan, I can see how impressive this piece was. Then you got the X-Wing Starfighter Red 5, whatever it's called, by EFX, and again, this one was really impressive. And then you got the
massively beautiful piece.
The Green Lantern. Sorry, this one should have been actually above with the
best guest pieces.
Yeah, the most unexpected. That one should have gone with. I think I just. I think I brought it down because it just to space it down better. So this one probably should go up in the top. This one was when we opened up the Green Lantern again. We were just both looking at each other, thinking, why did he bring this? Why did he fucking bring the Green Lantern? What's wrong with this guy? You know, and then we opened up and we were like, yeah, that's pretty good. You know, that's
the
really
green
well done.
the Green Lantern piece is a stunning piece. Like
Yeah,
literally, it's a stunning piece. Very, very. You can see when we opened it, we understood why it goes for so much money, because it is a very the only problem with it. There's only one issue, is that Sideshow have been making their pieces bigger now, so it's very hard to put something like that next to, you know, Superman or Batman. That's why they've had to redo it. That's why they've had to do another one, because
yeah.
they
I've
completely
seen,
fucked the scale up.
yeah, because it's
The
almost,
Batman and the Superman huge.
yeah, it's almost a 1/5, isn't it? The Green
I think
Lantern.
it's
And,
closer to that. I think it's
yeah,
closer to that. Yeah.
but then also you've got this. I've seen people who have made like glass risers for it, and it does actually look a bit better when you put it on the glass riser next to Superman and all that. But also the other side of it was they made Sinestro, and the Sinestro did not go with the Green Lantern at all. You know, it literally looked like the Green Lantern was punching him in the nuts. So yeah. So let's scroll down again. I think that's. Oh yeah, and then we got our top 3 reviews that we've done this year. We sat down and we spoke about what ones were our favourite to do.
Yeah.
And again, I mean, then also I guess not really maybe a selfish point of view from the side of views. So I mean, the selfish side of it was like the Red Hulk, where I mean he was getting 1,000 views a day at one point, and
Yeah, it was.
that really helped us take off the Red Hulk review. So obviously we've got a bit of a soft spot for that, because you know, that gained us quite a lot of subs
Attention.
and a lot of followers,
And
a lot of attention. Yeah. I think it's on about 35,000 views now. So I mean, it's doing well. It's doing well. And then the next one is the Lobo. Again, I mean, we got some. That's more to do. I think the
2 videos,
comments.
because we made a mistake and put up 2 videos, and I think it's like
Yeah. Oh, I made the mistake and put up. I put up the wrong one. Basically, I put up one which had I think about 4 minutes missing, and then by the time I realised, it already had like 1,500 views. So I was like, oh, I can't take that one down. So I just added the one with the extra minutes, and I think between them they got about 10,000 views. So you know, and then you got the dog, and then you got the dog as well. We did separately, so maybe even 12,000. But as I say, I mean, yeah, no, it's just, and then also we just got so many. That's more as well to do with the comments as well. Very positive comments from people. Loads of people just like thanking us and saying, you know what, I ordered this as soon as I saw your review. I'm so happy I ordered it. And those sort of comments really make it. They do mean a lot, and they make it really worthwhile. I mean, you know, it does. The people have taken the time as well to thank us. I mean, it's great. And then this one, I guess, because with the Thanos being one we filmed last week, Thanos was quite an emotional journey to get, because I had George's wife nagging me every other day, and then when George found out about it, I had him nagging me every day. I was literally going to block the 2 fuckers from my phone because they're doing my fucking head in. Literally getting tag teamed by
live without me.
Getting tag teamed by George and his wife, and not in a good way. It just wasn't fun, you know. There was no benefit.
Not in a good way. Yeah.
There was no good way to it. You know, it was all just constant abuse. Can you go tell this guy to fucking hurry up? Can you do this? Can you do? Oh, it's like, oh god.
Where's my shipping notice?
Yeah, God.
You know,
so
why have you called me George McDonald?
Yeah. Yeah, no, because you get funny about having your name on things, so that's why. So basically, that's our list, and let me come out of this now. Hide that. So we're going to see me again. All right. So yeah. So that's basically our list, and you know, that's. Does it come back?
Yeah, you no longer present. I can see your face now.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
guys.
basically, as I say, that was our list, and that was just basically where Gio and I had sat down last Monday. We sat down with a little notebook, went through a load of things, did this, did that, made some notes, and had a few that we didn't agree on and did agree on. But then because I was doing it on the website, I did what I wanted anyway. So
Yeah,
I didn't really listen.
that's pretty much what happens. I mean, there's a couple of pieces in there. There's a couple of little pieces. I would definitely. Some pieces make their list in there. They make their way in there with Alex. He just goes, "Yeah, fuck it, I do what I want." But
Yeah, it is Robocop
know,
based. It's going to go in there, and that's it.
it's
But
funny
no, as I
because
say,
PC Pop Culture Shocks Robocop should be in the most anticipated. That should be in there, and probably another sleeper piece we could have done, which would have been the Sentinel piece, the Sentinel piece, but because that piece everyone was like, and that piece has come in and that looks fucking really good.
It does. It does.
I'm really excited to see that review when I review that next year. I really
Well,
want
I
to
mean,
get my hands
as
on
I
that and
say,
see what crackers with that.
this guy I know from work called Kish has got it, and he lives not very far from us. So we got that. We've also got a guy who lives again 15 minutes down the road from me, and he got in touch on the website and sent me a few emails. He said, "Oh, you're welcome to pop over, see my collection." And I said, "Oh, do you want to send me a list so I can forward it to George?" And he sent me this list, and his collection is ridiculous. I mean, we're probably going to have to visit this guy about 3 or 4 times to, maybe even more. He must have like 80 to 100 pieces. So I mean, that'd be great.
I'm looking forward to that. I think if you want to see that as well, if you want to see a good review of that, there's this dude. If you're not subbed to him, check him out. His name's Make Mine Marvel, and he has that marquette, and he has it next to the dioramas by Sideshow. You know the dioramas of Colossus with the head and all of that, and that next to it. He basically, if you think about it, he has the dioramas like to one side of it, and he has the marquette like this way, and the marquette's head is turned looking at the dioramas. It's fucking brilliant. It really does. I mean, just that part of it, when he shows you where he has it, is worth watching because that's a really, really good setup. The way he's
he does some great reviews.
You can move the head on that.
All right, I didn't know that. That's Matthew Tino, and I think they call him the captain.
I like his stuff. I enjoy his reviews. I enjoy his stuff because he's
a good guy. We've tried to get him.
He's got some exceptional stuff.
Oh, he's got some really good stuff, and then he's got all the comics as well to go with him.
Yeah, but I like him because he's humble about it. There's people out there that have got really good stuff, and they know they've got really good stuff. And you know what I mean? There's other people that just appreciate what they have and are quite humble about it. And I like that. I like the fact that you've got some great bits there, but you're just like everybody else. It's perfect. He's a really good guy. Check him out. Cartel from Hell.
We've tried to get
his fan I was watching that.
We've tried to get Matthew on a few times, Make My Marvel, but we just screwed over because of the time difference. Really,
it's hard. We wanted Cartel from Hell on this week as well.
And Racy was meant to be on a few times. Gina was meant to come on, but again, with us and the time difference. I mean, now it must be in New York, for example. Now it's about 7 in the morning, 6 in the morning.
Yes, not great for us, is it?
Yeah. So it's 6:20. So basically, because of that, and then we're screwed over then because the other side of the world, people are still at work. So we've got no like we're banging the wrong time zone really. But so you got like Australia is actually Australia's 10 to 10 at night.
Oh yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah,
that's not too bad. I think just open the door. Yeah, I think to be honest with you, it's a shame with the time limits, but we try and get it. The point of getting the guest people on anyway is just for 2 reasons. One is to help promote their channel, because it's all about sharing. You got the more people, the more opinions, the more things that you can see. I don't ever see them as being a negative. To be honest, no. I just see every share as another opinion, which is helpful when I'm personally picking to spend my money. because there's nothing worse than you know, if we kept everything so elitist, which was like you know, these are the original reviewers, all this bollocks, then nobody would have anything, because the
Well, I
bottom line is
there's also the thing to which I spoke about last time, where um, Gary basically posted his Star Wars review that we done of his piece. So Gary posted our review of his piece. Gary posted our review of his piece, in a Star Wars group, right? And the guy deleted it and then put like an RC comment in his pinned post saying, "We don't want we don't want these pieces that you can pick up in Walmart and blah blah blah. We want, you know, this is for you know, Prime Collectibles and blah blah blah." The piece was an EFX X-wing, which costs over £1,500. So it's not just a piece you can pick up in Walmart. And then Gary wasn't arguing with the guy. He just said,
strange, really, because Gary usually will snap at him a bit.
Gary, no, he's calmed down. Normally, Gary will snap at that and post it in about 20 groups. But what happened was Gary actually commented back to him saying, "Oh, sorry, I was just sharing it with the community. I thought this was a Star Wars community." And the guy said, "I don't want you promoting your review page, and I don't want you promoting companies for sales on my group." And then he blocked Gary. So I responded to him and I said, "Look, I think you got it wrong, because basically Gary didn't do the review. I did the review. So he's actually putting my review up of a piece he bought to show to the community." And the guy just said, "Well, maybe next time Gary should just stick up a few pictures and put a comment on there, and I may have kept it." And I was just like,
maybe Gary should just fuck that page off. Maybe everybody on that page should just fucking leave it.
Well, I left the group. I left that group anyway, and then
you know, that's not what it's about, dude. If you're somewhere like that, that sort of dictatorship is bollocks. Because as far as I'm concerned, you know what I mean. That's sort of elitist behaviour. I can't be dealing with this elitist behaviour shit, man.
Well, I left the group, and then Gary messaged me afterwards, going, because he gets very very emotional about that kind of thing and takes it very personally. Yeah, that's why you're not on Facebook. But he takes it very personally. So he messaged me saying, "Can you message the guy? Can you tell him I'm sorry? Can you tell him this?" I said, "Gary, don't bother. The guy's not worth your time." I said, "Look, you're already on like X amount of Star Wars groups. If this guy wants to be like that, tell him to go fuck off. You know, what's the point in being in his group if he's going to be deleting all your comments because it doesn't, you know, go along with what he's doing?" I said, just don't bother with it.
It's a shame. It's a shame because you're excluding people.
Yeah. Well, that's why as well with the Facebook page as well. I mean, the pinned post on the Facebook page that we've got basically says that you know, if you want to put in any of your website links, any of your YouTube links or anything like that, put them into there. Your page links, you know, you put them into the pinned post so people can refer back to them, and then that way, you know, it's about sharing them, about people. You know, we're not the most popular channel on YouTube, but we're doing pretty well. But that's because people have shared our stuff and people have watched our stuff. So, you know, we want to give back and we want to do the same for people who are upcoming as well. You know,
dude, if you don't do that, right? Let me tell you something. If you don't do that, then all we'd ever have would be like 3 or 4 people reviewing their pieces, having their own opinion, and saying whatever it is that they want to say. The more opinions you get on things, the better, dude.
Yeah.
You can't have it like that. You can't have some sort of dictatorship where people are ruling what goes on. There is no law to say that you can't, you know, share your stuff, man. And at the end of the day, somebody said a comment the other day or something. I was watching a review, and somebody did it the other day. Somebody's put in their thing, going like, "Oh, you know, I remember like these 3 people were the only ones that did reviews, and they're the only ones I will watch." And you know, I mean, all this sort of shit. And I was just sitting there thinking, you know, I literally just was like, "Yeah, I'm unsubbing you. I don't want to listen to you. You're not really what I'm about. So if you're not if you're not interested in sharing, you know what I mean, and trying to help other people, I've got no interest. If it's you're going to be a closed book, go fuck yourself. I don't want you. I don't want no part of it, because there's no benefit to me then." There's no benefit. If I see a review of a piece, I'm going to watch 25, 30. If there are 30 reviews of it, I'll watch them all. Before I buy it, I will 100% watch it. I'll watch every single opinion of everybody. Otherwise, I feel like I'm not investigating where I'm spending my money, and I need to investigate because if I get it and it's crap, I'll only have myself to blame. At least if I watch 20 reviews, I can blame everybody else.
Dan, look, can you see that? Sorry, look. That's the. Can you see that? That's how big that turtle base is. That's Victor holding that turtle base.
Yeah, that's the Victor's review.
That's his width. Look at that base is like the width of him. It takes up his whole chest there. Look, Jesus, massive piece. God, that ain't going to the best time.
Dude, I'm telling you, it looks real sweet, man. It looks really good. Definitely looks spot on.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, I saw Cartel. I was watching just before I come on to do the chat. That's why I said I'll be on in 2 minutes. I was watching Cartel from Hell got his Thanos today.
Oh yeah.
His review went up today, so I was seeing not his review. It's just like his unboxing, and he seems real happy with it as well, which is good.
Well, there's a few pictures here of Thanos. It's a bit darker actually. This one, quite good picture. Better than my pictures. Oh no, there's just some guy posted them.
Fuckhead.
So, see that?
Yeah. He's got it, with a Phoenix and Wolverine.
Yeah. So that's Minyo.
That's what? What do you say?
Minyo Yoon.
I think
as he posted it.
I think that's another one I want to see. I think Mike's got one, isn't he? Isn't Mike? Hasn't Mike Wells got the Phoenix?
I think he sold it.
Shit! I wanted to see that.
No, I think Thor's got one.
James. Yeah, I definitely want to see. I think that's definitely something I want to see next year. I want to try and see a Phoenix because.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, with James, we're going to go see James when he settles down, and I think he's starting to settle down now. He made out like he had this massive move, and he was moving house, a huge move, and he's like super stressful and all that, which moving is. I only found out he's like in the same block, and he just moved up 2 floors. It was like that, he moved up or down 2 floors, and I was just like, dude, you made out like you were moving miles away, and it was like the most stressful thing ever. He goes, yeah, it was stressful. I was like, oh, fuck's sake. But yeah, what I do then is, should we call it a day there? And I think Colson wants to make a coffee. She's hovering around over there. So we'll call it a day there. And so again, guys, thanks for listening. Put your comments down below. Let us know what you think we missed out on those lists.
Definitely put your own categories in there. That's important. It's about that because if there are people watching this and they read the comments. I mean, I read a lot of the comments of what other people do on other videos. So read the comments. Maybe they can search some pieces and open up their horizons to other stuff too. Because
if they give like some categories that they want, and if it's up within the sort of next few days, I can add it on there anyway. We can have a little talk, and if we think there's enough pieces to justify adding that category, we'll add it.
Well, like your RoboCop ads.
Yeah. So I'm going to probably add.
We didn't talk about that, did we, mate? All the other categories are pretty much everything we discussed, and then there's a few little sneaky RoboCop pieces that I've just found.
I'm going to add. I'm going to add the Pop Culture Shock RoboCop into the most anticipated, and I'll probably do that. All right. So we'll shoot off there, and thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, peace, people. Love you all. Later. Bye.